Hi, everybody, and welcome once again, another Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a pleasant night to each and every one of you out there, wherever you are in your different time zone around the world and across the country. My name is Frank Allan, and the name of the show is called Talk Back Live, and we're here with you, and we're going to be here for the next hour. The next hour, we're going to be here, and we're going to make sure that you're there and you're everywhere, and of course, thank you so much for being along with us. We've got a show for you for the next hour. The next hour is the show for you, and we're going to take care and make sure that you're there. And we're going to make sure that you enjoy it. Now, we're here every week, because what we do is we engage you in conversation every week. We engage you in conversation. And all you have to do is just check us out. And whatever you want to talk about, we will be glad to do that. We'll be glad to oblige you with conversation, give you the latest things on what's going on. We've got sports coming up later on with Brian Camp. He's going to be with us. The latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And of course, we want to make sure that, that you be around for that. And it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. All you have to do is just stay with us. Now, Brian, of course, as he always does, he brings us the latest developments in today's world of sports. And what I want to do, talk about, oh boy, I do want to talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl took place. You already know that, right? And we're going to be talking about that. That's going to all happen. And if you're watching us, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and of course, we're live on Instagram as well. And all you have to do is just choose one of those. All you have to do is just choose one of those, and you'll be fine. All you have to do. And listen, if you're watching us, wherever you're watching us, right? Around the world, across the country, wherever you watch us, make sure that you tell your friends about us. Because we want to make sure that's happening. We want to make sure that your friends join us. And for all of you who are watching us on YouTube, of course, you already know that you can tell your friends on Facebook as well. Now, you can tag us on Facebook. You tag us on Facebook. That's where we are. You can tag us there and let us know what's happening. All right. And make sure your friends know about it, because if you tag them, they'll come in now. If you're watching us on YouTube, what we want you to do is to, I don't know, make sure that your friends are watching on YouTube. Tag them. And if you're joining us on YouTube, of course, you want to subscribe to my my YouTube channel. Simple as that. And it's just that simple. So ladies and gentlemen, we want you to sit back and relax and enjoy. We've got a lot of good things coming up for you. And as I said earlier, Brian Camp is going to be around with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. You're going to be around for that. We want you to see that. That's happening. That's coming up pretty soon. Okay, now I should hope, I was going to say, well, I suppose that you've done it, but I'm not going to say it that way. I'm not going to say, I suppose that you have done it, because I don't want it to seem that that we're forcing you to do anything in that vein. But we're asking to find out whether or not you have taken your vaccination. All right, did you take your vaccination? Well, if you haven't, you know, the good time to do it is right now. The good time to do it is right now. All right, because it's one of those things where it saves lives, it gets you going. People will enjoy it that you're there doing that, because when you save lives for yourself, you save lives for all of the people that you love, your family, your friends, your relatives, all of those people. And so therefore, make sure that you do that. All right, it's easy. It only takes a minute. It only takes a minute. And if you're fully vaccinated, well, no, fully vaccination, of course, you know, the Moderna shots You have the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the J&J. Now, those shots are pretty simple, right? If you take the Pfizer and the Moderna, it's a two-shot deal. It's a two-shot deal. And all you have to do is go there to your favorite pharmacist, right? You go to your pharmacist, your doctor may be along there, of course. You know, you may want to check that out as well. Your doctor may be along, check it out. And if he has a supply of those things, then you could always go to him. You have your favorite pharmacist, as I said. And there's a lot of outlets across the country and around the world, and locally in your area that could be done. So please do that. It's very important to do that. If you don't have places to go, you can always go on Google. Google everything. Google everything and make sure that you find the one nearest you, because they have a lot of places nearest you where you can actually go there and get your vaccination. Now, if you want to get tested as well, of course, you can get tested. And once you do that, you can find out whether or not you're positive or you're negative. And of course, you want to make sure that you're positive and make sure that's all happening. And we are still getting things going here on Facebook. We had dropped out of Facebook, but we're working on that now. So while we're doing that, we want to make sure that you're okay with that. And I think we are back with that. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're back with that. Yeah, I think we're back with that. And I think we are back with that. Yeah, I see we are back with that. Okay, we're back. We're live. We're back. We're back with it. And therefore, make sure that everything is okay. Let's see if everything's okay here. Okay, everything okay? Yeah. Okay, we got our cameras back. Okay. Okay, we had a big problem there, but I think we're back in action. We're back in action. And so please do that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very important thing to do. You go out there, get vaccinated, and make sure that your loved one gets vaccinated as well, and everything is going to be. Now, again, I'll tell you about those places that you need to go to make sure that you are have the right place, right? Now, let's say, for instance, you Google, you got your place here. Now, in New York here, we have a lot of places in New York here, and I want to tell you about that. First of all, I want to tell you about, there's a phone number that I have, it's COVID-19 test. It's 718-638-7682. That's 718-638-7682. Now, you go there, all right? Please go there and check that out, because you'll get a chance to talk to someone. They will tell you where to go, possibly to get vaccinated, or tell you where to go to also find a place where you can get tested. And there are a lot of places. They have places in the street. I know here in New York Street, they have tents built up where you can actually go and get tested right there on the spot. Now, the lines used to be super long. They're not as long as they were before, but they used to be super long. And so they're a little shorter now. So call that number. It's called the COVID-19 test, 718-638-7682. That's 718-638-7682. And please do that. Now, still, we're on the local scene here in New York. Now, this Omicron variant is kind of flattening out a little bit, depending on where you are. It's kind of flattening out a little bit. Now, the Moderna, if you're taking Moderna, this is for you. If you're taking the Moderna shot, these are for Moderna only. I wish I could say for everyone, but this is only for Moderna users, all right? Moderna boosters and the COVID-19 PCR testing is now available. It is available right now, and it's at the following stations here in New York City. Listen to this. Times Square at 42nd Street, passageway between the Lexington Avenue line and the Lexington and Grand Central shuttle. And that's on Monday through Sunday between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. And the Grand Central Terminal street level, that's 89 East 42nd Street. That's Monday through Sunday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. No appointments are necessary. You can go right there right now. So if you're going through those places I just told you, the pathway where you can go there, they have places build up tables and you can go there and get that. But what I would suggest that you do also, because everything is subject to change, I suggest that you also go and check out the scheduling by going to this website. This website is called New. It's called New. That's N-E-W, new.mta.info/vax. I'll do that again. That's new, N-E-W, new.mta.info/vax. Now, you go there because things are subject to change. They might have a different schedule each time. So you might want to check that out even before you visit that place. So please do that. That'll be a great thing to do. It's now 11 minutes past the hour right here. And just in case you're just joining us, it's Talk Back Live. My name is Frank Allan, and we're with you up until the top of the hour. We're here for a whole hour. And just in case you're just joining us for the first time, and if you are joining us for the first time, please don't make it your last time. Make sure that you tell your friends about us, and everything will be great. So let me see. Let's see. We've got. Let's see. Okay. So I see we're public now. Things are kind of in an array here. Okay. So let's keep trying and do that. Okay. Everything is happening in the news these days. You heard about the news, right? Everything is going on. Oh, by the way, we're in the midst of Black History Month. And so, being in the midst of Black History Month, we're in the middle of it, right? It's the 17th right now, and we're in the midst of it right now. And people are here watching different Black-related movies. They're going to places of such museums and things like that. So they're doing their way and celebrating. They're doing it on TV. They're dedicating this month. And it's always in February. Every year in February, it's always that way. So that's what we're doing, celebrating Black History Month. I saw in the news today, and you might want to check this out. I was kind of disturbed about it. And they got a big thing, and they're making it. It's a big thing out in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Bridgewater, New Jersey. It's totally, it's terrible out there. And in Bridgeport, what they do, they had these teenagers, right? There were two teenagers, one Black and one white, two guys. And there was a fight in the mall. I don't know if you saw it. I saw the video. It's kind of disturbing video. It was in a mall out in Bridgewater, New Jersey. And they caught it on video because when excitement happens, wherever you go, people are going to use, they got cameras all over the place. And I'm pretty sure in the mall, they have cameras all over the place. So in case they want to catch anything, they'll catch it on the spot. But in conjunction with those cameras, they have people all around watching these things and then filming it too. And then it made the news, it went viral. And it was two guys, one white student, and I guess there were students, one white, one Black, and they started into fighting. And two police officers came on to break up the fight. Now, what they did, which is why they're up in arms about it right now, what they did is that they had grabbed the two teenagers. The white kid, they pushed on a couch. One of the officers took the kid and pushed him on the couch, and the other officer grabbed the other kid, the Black kid, and threw him to the ground and cuffed him. And while the white kid sitting on the couch looking on, watching this kid being humiliated this way. The reason, of course, it's obvious why they're up in arms about it in Bridgeport, New Jersey. They're really up in arms about it. And I guess my opinion would be, if it were me, I'm not a police officer, so I wouldn't know anything about it. I'm not a police officer, but I do know this. If I were in a situation like that, what I would probably do is take both of the boys, right? Take both of the boys, get both of the boys there, right? And handcuff them both and find out what's going on. You take one, you handcuff them. There were two officers and two boys fighting. And if I were in that situation, I would have cuffed them both. But it's obvious why it's a big thing now, because the only kid that was handcuffed, and by the way, this kid, not only was he handcuffed, he was taken into a holding cell. And I'm not sure, I didn't know too much more about it. I saw him, he was being interviewed on TV last night. But yeah, it's a big thing out there. And so, you know, just, I don't know, that's my opinion. What's yours? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining us here on Talkback Live. My name is Frank Allan, and we are with you, and we're going to remain with you for the past rest of the hour here. It's 16 minutes past the hour. And if you're just joining us for the first time, we thank you for doing so. Don't make it your last. And those of you, again, once again, if you're watching us on YouTube, or if you're watching us on Facebook, for you guys who are watching us on Facebook, what you want to do is tag your friends right now. We still have a lot of time in the show to go. So tag your friends right now and let them in on it, and they'll follow us, and maybe they'll be part of us permanently like you are. All right. I see people are coming in, so I just want to wave hi to you guys out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Hi, you guys. How you doing? Good to see you guys out there. And it's good to be alive, actually. It's good to be alive. As I said, Brian Kent will be here momentarily with sports, on Sports Update, with the latest developments in today's world of sports. And of course, he's going to bring you that, and we look forward to that. That's coming up shortly at 17 minutes past the hour. It's all coming up right here. Okay. Oh, later on, did I mention, I don't know if I mentioned it, but also later on in the show, I have my picks of the week for, you know, for all of you people who like those great movies that come along, those classic movies, you know, coming on Turner Classic Movies. We're waiting for that. We would like for you to come along and watch them, because I have a few of them that's for my picks of the week, and that's coming up too. Also, later on in the program, not too far away, I have more of This Day in History. So I'll give you all of that, This Day in History, and all of those things coming around. And we're still waiting for Brian. I don't know, this is like the second week in a row he's been late. I got to find out what's happening with this guy. Anyway, thank you for being along with us. I see more people. You guys are idle, right? You don't want to say too much, but that's okay. But we would love to talk to you. We would love to talk to you. If you have anything to say, I would see you right there on the big screen, and I would be glad to talk to you. And we'll have a good time together. So just, you know, do that. I want to say hi to all more people I see coming out there. I see a lot of people coming out on Instagram as well. They're popping up on Instagram. Some of them are idle, a lot of them are idle. So I just want to say hi to you guys, and hi to you guys on YouTube. And don't forget, guys, on YouTube, don't forget to follow us. Follow my YouTube channel. Go on the YouTube channel, follow us, and we'll be glad to have you aboard with us. It's now coming up 19 minutes to the hour, right here on Talkback Live, and it is Thursday. And of course, we love having you along with us and being that. Okay, 345/666, Beast Incarnate. Haven't heard that one in a long time, right? You haven't heard that one in a long time, right? 345/666, Beast Incarnate. I haven't said that since the beginning of January of 2021. And there's a reason why, all right? Because the media keeps the party going. And I blame the media for this. I know the media, they're doing their job, and maybe they're doing it for ratings or whatever they're doing it for. But they, I blame them for that. And I'll tell you why I don't do it. Is because I was over with it. I was finished with it. It was all over. And as far as I'm concerned, the issue was dead. But the media, they want to keep the party going. They just kept keeping the party going. That's what they kept doing. But I brought up 345/666 Beast Incarnate because 345/666 Beast Incarnate are, well, as you already know, if you heard the news, he's going to be under investigation. All right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal on that. 345/345/666 Beast Incarnate must testify according to the judge. Judge ruled. He's going to testify in the New York civil fraud deposition. All right. Him and his two oldest children are going to have to do that, and they have to do that within 21 days. Oh, chickens come home to roost, don't they? But you know, as I know, that what they're going to do is they're going to find a way to get out of it. They're going to do a lot of stonewalling, and the Fifth Amendment is going to be in its place and all of that. And people are going to see saying, "Oh God, you know, he's at it again," and they're going to find their way. But he has to do it. I don't know if they're going to overturn that or not. But as it goes right now, within the next 20 days, within the next 21 days, he's going to have to be there. He's going to have to be there. Him and his children. I can't, this is exciting. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. The other reason why I mentioned 345/666 Beast Incarnate, the reason why I do that too, because I want justice. Everybody wants justice, and that's all I'm saying. And that's all I have to say about that. So I figure if you watch the news, if you saw the news, you've probably seen that on TV. So we'll have to see within the next 21 days. We'll have to see how that goes. We'll have to see how that pans out, and we'll see. We will see. We will see how that pans out. Okay. It's let's see. It's 22 minutes past the hour now. Coming up to 23 minutes past the hour, and we got Brian Kemp on the phone right now with the latest developments in today's world of sports. Brian, what's going on? Are you there?
And it would not allow me to.
I'm sorry?
I tried to go on Zoom, but it would not allow me to.
Why was that?
They said it's in progress, that there's another meet in progress.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that because we dropped off. Okay, well, look, we're going to do it on the, we're going to do sports on the phone today. I know why that was. Okay, we're still getting the bugs out of this. I know why that happened. And I discovered a new glitch on what happened. So yeah, okay. So we'll do it on the phone, and tomorrow we'll be live on the air. So how's it going?
Good evening to you and to everybody out there on Zoom and to Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and everybody else who's tuning in over the global world. Good evening. It's 69 degrees out here in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Queen City. It's been a beautiful week. The temperatures was cold in the morning, but like I said, always it gets very warm quickly within 2 hours or so. But we have some pretty good weather. We should have some good weather for tomorrow. But let me not keep you. Let's talk about the Olympics. I know you requested about the Olympics, but I'll give you some Olympics. There's some controversial stuff that's going on. Back in 2021 in the Summer Olympics, Sha'Carri Richardson, who was a sprinter, was taken off the U.S. Olympic team because she came up positive for smoking pot. Now, her claim was that she had lost her father, and some marijuana in some states are legalized, and she needed medication. Long story short, it would not allow her to compete. So she was kicked off the U.S. Olympic team. Fast forward to the 2022 Beijing Olympics. Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva came back tested positive for a heart drug test. 3 tests, she had 3 drugs that she was taking. One of them came back positive. Now, both situations of both Olympians were had a valid point, but it seemed like U.S. Shy Carrie Richardson was not granted to continue. So there's a controversy between the Americans and the Russians Olympics that's going on with their figure skating and their sprinter. So right now, the Russian Kamila Valieva is still waiting word from the committee, the International Court of Arbitration of Sport. It's an independent institute that settles sports-related legal disputes like this one. They have ruled that she could still compete until a decision has been made. But she's scheduled to skate on Tuesday and Thursday while her case is being reviewed. So it's been all over the news here in the United States. Why is it that we can't have our Olympian still compete from last year, and why they have the Russian figure skater to continue on while the investigating is going on? A lot of politics in the Olympics. Everybody is juicing up, whether it's legal or illegal. So that's one of the reasons why that it's really a sad thing when it comes to these here Olympics worldwide. In Major League Baseball, the New York Mets are bringing back Old Timers Day this season for the first time since 1994. If there is a season, the team, because as you know, there's a lockout where Major League Baseball players and association, which is the union, and the owners and the baseball are still negotiating for a new collective bargain. So right now, there's no baseball. But if there is a baseball, Old Timers Day is coming back. The team announced it on Tuesday, and it will host the game will be on Citi Field against the Colorado Rockies on August 27th of this coming summer. But we still have to wait and see whether or not we will have. History is being made in the National Hockey League. J.T. Brown and Everett Bitchtoe are about to make history. The duo is set to host the National Hockey League's first ever all-black television broadcast, taking place when the Seattle Kraken face off against the Winnipeg Jets on Thursday. That's today. So history is being made. I think I'm going to tune into that a little bit to see this. It's the first time, like I said, an all-black announcer team is going to be doing a National Hockey League game. Now, Fitzhugh is usually the Kraken's radio play-by-play announcer and will be joining Brown, who's the regular Kraken, that's the name of the team, the Kraken, analyst on the TV side. Now, Seattle regular TV play-by-play voice, John Horsler, will be working on a different network. That created an opportunity for Fitzhugh and Brown to collaborate in a truly meaningful way. So history is being made as we speak. As we speak, history is being made. So congratulations to the National Hockey League, and we're going to give them applause. Wow, the first time on air live, and we have history in the making. First time, write it down on this show. First time, you heard it first. You heard it first right here on this show. National Basketball Association will honor the 75th anniversary team during halftime ceremony at the All-Star Game this Sunday. The official list of players have not been announced. There are 61 living members among the players selected to the 75th team. R&B performer Usher, director Spike Lee, and actors Tiffany Haddish and Anthony Anderson will narrate the ceremony, which will conclude with the Grammy Award-winning group Earth, Wind & Fire performing their hit Shining Star. 4-time Grammy winner Macy Gray is an Ohio native because the All-Star Game is in Cleveland. Will sing the national anthem, Toronto native Ryland James will perform Old Canada. Now, the All-Star game, as you know, is a weekend thing. Because you got the game, and then you got the Friday, you got the Saturday with the parties and the gathering. The All-Star Saturday night activities will include performance by, that's right, Mary J. Blige. How you like that? Last week she performed on the halftime Super Bowl, got mixed reviews, and now she's going to be doing the All-Star game of the basketball, NBA basketball All-Star. So congratulations to Mary J. Blige. She still blossoms. I'm so happy for her that she, her legacy and her career is continuing on. Now, along the halftime show, it will be Lil Wayne, Gunna, Migos, Lil Baby, and DJ Kale. That's a great lineup. So let's tune in this weekend, like we tuned in last week for the Super Bowl. Which congratulations to the National Football League, the LA Rams, who won the Super Bowl 56. Congratulations to them winning their second Super Bowl. This thing is. Let's hold off on that. I got another one. In the NFL, now we've been having some discussions about Coach Brian Flores, who's being blackballed for not being head coach. Now, some more history is being made. First black female U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch was hired to defend the National Football League racial discrimination lawsuit filed by Miami Dolphins coach Brian Flores. So there is still going to be some more discussion about this. They take it as a lawsuit that's being made by Brian Flores. As you know, I'll just give you an abbreviation of what's going on. Brian Flores was told by his owner, his boss, to take some games, pay them to lose some games, in fact, $100,000 per game that they lose, so they get a higher draft pick. So Brian Flores said, no, I'm not doing this, and that's where we are. He was fired since then, so he's taking this to a higher authority, a higher court. So now, to this day, February 17th, 1931, first telecast of a sporting event in Japan, which is baseball. 1943, New York Yankees Joe DiMaggio enlisted into the U.S. Army. 1968, the Diane Smith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame Springfield, Massachusetts opens up in 1968. 1974, 49 people had died in a stampede for seats at a soccer match in Cairo, Egypt. 1989, player manager Leo DeRocha is injured in a car crash. And in 1995, Detroit Tiger manager Sparky Anderson takes unpaid leave due to Major League Baseball strike. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports.
That Super Bowl. What I listen, I thought sure when they came back, when the Bengals came back, I thought sure they were going to take it from there. And then I guess LA just came along in the clutch. They wanted that ring so bad. They really wanted that ring so bad.
Well, yes, they did. It was a great game. I've seen better Super Bowls, but at least it wasn't a boring, yawning game.
Right. It was a good. I thought it was a good game.
Yes, it was a nice game. And usually, I always say I don't go out.
Yeah.
To watch the Super Bowl, I stay home.
Yeah.
But I had reliable friends to come over with. They know to keep quiet when I'm watching the game because I want to hear the announcers speak.
Yeah.
So we made a nice little dish, and it was a nice Super Bowl. It was a nice halftime show with likes of Dr. Dre and Eminem and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And Mary J. Blige and a couple of other surprises.
Yeah.
And it was great. And 23-20, the Rams came back and won their second Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Eminem, what did he get? I never did understand why Eminem got on his knees after his performance.
Well, he got on his knees. That's a little controversial too, because Colin Kaepernick knelt down. Remember the story about Colin Kaepernick, where he kneeled down for the fact of he wanted justice for people of color.
Yeah.
And again, for the one man's time, it had nothing to do with disrespecting the American flag. We're all Americans. He wants to be American.
Yeah.
I mean, he is American, so it had nothing to do with dealing to as if to disrespect the flag. It was just the fight against police brutality against shooting people of color, unarmed, Black, Latinos, and other people of color. Yeah. And that's basically what the movement was. A lot of people did not embrace the Black Lives Matter. They don't embrace anything else. But yet, you got people on the other side that turned their heads on January 6th, 2021, when that guy who was president for one term orchestrated that, but they just turned the other cheek on that and act like it never happened.
Yeah. Speaking of that was a great segue, but you heard about 345/66 Beast Incarnate. Him and his babies are going to have to go to court. They're going to have to go for a deposition, New York deposition on fraud. Did you hear about that?
I heard that they was trying to subpoena them, but did it come through? I guess not, that they will have to testify.
Well, the latest thing is that the judge, and you can't fight the judge is always right. The judge said they must testify in a New York civil fraud deposition, and they're going to be sworn in.
When they're sworn in, so if they're caught in a lie, that might be some jail time. Well, you know what? I'm going to be a bigger and better person. I'm not going to wish anything on people, but whatever happens, happens. Put it like that.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm not going to rejoice over somebody or, be happy over somebody going to jail and everything because, we just have to let's weigh it out and see what happens. But,
No, the only reason why I show interest in it because for all of this time, for years, he's been stonewalling and lagging and dragging and making excuses not to do this, not to do that. I want to see how he gets out of this one. Of course, he's. I
don't think he's going to do jail time.
No. But I want to see how he gets out of being on the oath testifying. I want to see how he gets out of this one. Because he got out of a lot of things, and I just want to see how he's going to get out of this one. I'm interested to know. He's got 21 days to do it. They all have 21 days to do it. Within the next 21 days. That's it. So, are you going to be around tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be around tomorrow, but I have to do an early sports update if it's okay with you.
What time?
10:05 be okay?
Sure, that'll be fine. And I promise you, I will have you on the air, on camera tomorrow. I promise you. If I don't have you on air tomorrow, I'm going to relinquish this show. I'm going to put it to bed.
Well, you don't want to say that, but it'd be good for America and anybody outside America to look at my beautiful self on camera as well.
Yeah, but I promise you, be here tomorrow on camera.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, I'll see you then.
Have a good night. Okay, that's Brian Kent with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. He's here every week, of course, bringing us sports, as he can only bring it, right? And it's always good to talk to him on sports-related topics. And of course, he's going to be here tomorrow, part of the 2020 feature to do that as well, along with DJ Pete. He'll be here as well, doing his part of the 2020 feature, 20 to the hour, with entertainment news and reciting all of those birthdays of all of the people in notoriety. And that's what's happening. And if you're just joining us, the name of the show is called Talk Back Live. My name is Frank Allan. And we are here every Thursday between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. Everything is Eastern, so don't make sure you get that because you want to set your clocks accordingly. It'll be a couple of weeks too before we be setting our clocks too. We'll tell you more about that as it goes along. And we do have a long weekend coming up, right? It's President's Day. So we have a long weekend coming up. I know you're looking forward to that. Those of you, some of you may have to work that day, but most people, they take off that day on a Monday. So it's a pretty long weekend. And of course, we look forward to that, okay? Okay, on this day in history, here we go, 1932. On this day in history, Irving Berlin's musical Face to Music premieres in New York City. On this day in history in 1933, the first issue of American news magazine Newsweek is published. On this day in history in 1947, the Voice of America begins broadcasting on the USSR out in London town. On this day in history in 1954, WAST, which is now WNYT TV, Channel 13 in Albany, Troy, New York. It's an NBC station. They did their very first broadcast. On this day in history, 1967, the Beatles released Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields. Back in 1969, Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash recorded an album, but it was never released. Back in 1969, Cloud 9, the 9th studio album by The Temptations, is released. It won the Grammy Awards Best Rhythm and Blues Performance by Duo and Group in 1969 and Billboard's Album of the Year. Back in 1972, British Parliament votes to join the European Common Market. 1972, and I just want to make this perfectly clear, that US President Richard Nixon leaves Washington, D.C. for a groundbreaking trip to China. Back in 1972, sales of the Volkswagen Beetle model exceeded those of the Ford Model T. Back in 1981, Chrysler Corporation reports largest corporate losses in the US history. Back in 1985, the third person to receive an artificial heart was Murray Hayden. Back in 1995, on this day, the 11th US Soap Opera Digest Awards go to Days of Our Lives. In 1995, and here's something local that you New Yorkers may remember, Colin Ferguson found guilty of killing 6 people on the Long Island Railroad in New York. Remember that story? 2004, It Ain't Got, If I Ain't Got You, the single was released by Alicia Keys, won the Grammy Awards Best Female R&B Vocal Performance 2005, and made Billboard Song of the Year 2004. 2014, The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, premieres on NBC. 1935, on this day, actress Christina Pickles. She played on, remember that series Elsewhere? Remember that? Denzel Washington was in that as well. She was born in Halifax, England. She's 87 today, Christina. 1941, on this day, American vocalist and songwriter Gene Pitney was born in Hartford, Connecticut, 2006. That's when he passed away. In 1942, African-American activist, revolutionary, and founder of the Black Panther Party, that's Huey P. Newton. He was born in Monroe, Louisiana. He passed away in 1989. In 1947, American pop singer Dodie Stevens. Remember the big hit that she did back then? Tan shoes and pink shoelaces, a polka dot, and Man Oh Man. Anyway, she was born in Chicago, Illinois. She's 75 today. Happy birthday to Dodie Stevens. In 1971, actress Denise Richards was born in Downers Grove, Illinois. She's 51 today. Paris Hilton was born on this day in 1981 in New York City. She's 41 today. In 1982, actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt from Third Rock from the Sun was born in Los Angeles, California. 2002, actress Joan Collins weds theater company manager Percy Gibson at the Claridge Hotel in London. In 1982, Lee Strasberg was the he was an Australian actor and a coach, an acting coach, and he played in The Godfather 2. He died at the age of 80 on this day. In 1982, jazz pianist and composer Thelonious Monk dies of a stroke at the age of 64. 2006, singer, musician Bill Cowsill of the group The Cowsills, they were big in the 60s. He passed away from emphysema, and he was 58 when he passed away. And finally, 2010, vocalist and actress Katherine Grayson, she died of natural causes at the age of 88. And that's this day in history, and that's the way it goes. If you know anything that's happening in this day in history, and of course you want to enlighten us, if I didn't say anything about it, you're always welcome. We would love to hear about it. We would love to hear about it, and we'll put it out there for you. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to get in touch with me personally, and of course I would love to hear from you, just as I would love to hear you here, watch you here. You know, you say hello, I say hello back. You know, but if you like to get in touch with me personally, if you have something to say, maybe have comments, suggestions, and ideas about the show, of course, we would love to hear from you. All you have to do is get in touch with us, and I have two sources that you can get in touch with me with. I have an email address, of course, and I have a telephone number. Now, what should I give you first, the email address or the telephone number? Why don't I give you the email address? Okay, get that out of the way first. Everybody likes emails. Or do they still use emails anymore? Because everybody's on their phone texting now. You know, it's faster than email. Anyway, my email address is Frank Allan Prod. That's Frank Allan, A-L-L-A-N, Frank Allan Prod, P-R-O-D, that stands for production, Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. If you prefer to call and leave a message at any time, that would be great. That telephone number is 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. That number is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of a year. And you can go there anytime you like, even in the middle of the night. Maybe that's your only time you can get away. You can call that number, leave a message, and we'll get that message. And of course, you could use that information if you want to pass on other information. Let's say, for instance, we talked about going places and finding places where you can go to get vaccinated. If there's a place in your area, and I give you local material here, but I would like to know something in your area. You can pass that along to us as well. Okay, so I'll repeat that again. That email address is frankallanprod at AOL.com. That's frankallanprod at AOL.com. The telephone number is 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. We'd be glad to hear from you. So that would be very, very nice. So, as I said earlier, we got a long weekend coming up. It's called President's Day. And President's Day, of course, you know, is around the corner. And I remember when President's Day wasn't President's Day, when we used to celebrate the holidays, it used to be either you celebrated with Lincoln or you celebrated with Washington. Now, the 16th of February was Abraham Lincoln's birthday, and no matter what day it fell on, you had that day off. And it didn't always fall on a Monday. When it was George Washington, it was the same thing on the 22nd. You had that day off. So what do they say? They say, well, take the two presidents together. Instead of celebrating one here and one there, I guess they didn't want you to take too many days off within that month. So they put it all together, and now it's President's Day, and President's Day always fall on a Monday, no matter what Lincoln's birthday is or George Washington's birthday is. Lincoln's on the 16th, George Washington is on the 22nd. So it's President's Day, which of course falls on this Monday, and we look forward to that. And President's Day, of course, you know, it has a lot of sales, a lot of people, they're looking for sales, they're looking for all of that. All right. And so, you're going to be celebrating that. And so a good long weekend to each and every one of you. Now, of course, you want to enjoy the weekend the way you like it, but we want to, you know, help you out with that. And we're talking about our movies, these movies that come along, right? These classic movies from Turner Classic Movies. I have a few of them right now I want to talk about because I think they're worth it. I think you'll like them. And these are only my picks. Now, you can go on Turner Classic Movie anytime you like and see other movies, but these are my picks. And we're going to start off with 1967, The Valley of the Dolls, starring Barbara Perkins and Patty Duke and Sharon Tate, the late Sharon Tate, and the late Patty Duke as well. Barbara Parkins, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's on Turner Classic Movie. That comes on Saturday at 2:15 a.m. So if you're up that late and you're an overnighter, you can watch it then. But if you're not, well, then maybe you want to kind of record it, DVR it, watch it at another time. But that's on Saturday morning at 2:15 a.m. Turner Classic Movies. That's Eastern, by the way, Turner Classic Movies. Now, in view of the Black History Month, I have the rest of these movies that I think you're going to like, and they're all, most of them, are Sidney Poitier movies, all right? And they're all good movies, so here we go. First, we have The Heat of the Night back in 1967, Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger, and that's on Turner Classic Movies. That's also on Saturday, but it's Saturday morning at 8 p.m. Not Saturday night, Saturday night at 8 p.m. Heat of the Night, I love that one. Now here's a classic that goes back to 1958 with Sidney Poitier and Tony Curtis. This is the classic called The Defiant Ones, another great movie, and that comes on at 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night. That comes on directly after In the Heat of the Night. And another Sidney Poitier movie that it was on not too long ago on Turner Classic Movies, but here's worth mentioning again, Edge of the City back in 1957. Sidney Poitier and John Cassavetes, and Cassavetes, that's T in there, and along with Jack Walden, and that's on Turner Classic Movie. That's Sunday morning at 8:15 a.m. if you're up that early. Again, you know, maybe you're not a heavy rise and shiner on a Sunday morning, or maybe you're just waltzing in the house on a Sunday morning. Anyway, make sure that you remember in DVR and watch it at a later time. That's a great movie. And here's a movie that I talked about a lot. I talk about it a lot. They very rarely show it on TV, but this is your chance to see it, called No Way Out. No Way Out, 1950, Sidney Poitier along with Richard Widmark. And that's the movie I was telling you about. I guess it was one of his early movies, his real early movies back in 1950, as he played a doctor. He played a doctor, and he had to deal with this racist patient. And but you check it out for yourself. I think you like it. It's called No Way Out, 1950, Sidney Poitier, Richard Widmark. Turner Classic Movies, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. If not, then DVR it. Here's another one. This one goes back to 1955. 1955 for this one. This one is called Blackboard Jungle with Sidney Poitier and Vic Morrow was in it as well. And that's on Turner Classic Movie. That comes on Sunday, high noon, 12 p.m. Eastern. All right. Blackboard Jungle, 1955. I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. Here's everybody's favorite. To Sir with Love from 1967 with Sidney Poitier, of course, starring in that movie, and that comes on Turner Classic Movies. That's on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So these are a string of Sidney Poitier movies. All of these movies that I'm giving you are not going to overlap, so you can watch them in their entirety. All right. Here's another one that I think you'll like. Sidney Poitier stars in Lily of the Fields, back in 1963. That comes on Turner Classic Movies, and that's on after To Sir with Love at 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that's 4 p.m. Eastern. And you can watch that. Oh, here's something nice. See, all these movies are classic. You're gonna love this one. A Patch of Blue, 1965, with Sidney Poitier and the late Elizabeth Hartman. It comes on Turner Classic Movies, and that's Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And that's a whole string of Sidney Poitier movies. Now on Sunday, on the ones that are coming on Sundays, they're all in succession. All right. So you have the Saturday night one. Okay, now the Saturday night ones, right? I think they're also in succession, I believe. As I look at this, yeah, they're all in succession. Except for, well, yeah, 8 p.m. Except for Edge of the City, that's on a Sunday morning, but that's like real early in the morning. So when the Edge of the City starts, all the other movies following are in succession. So you can watch them one after the other. And finally, here's something that doesn't contain Sidney Poitier, but here's something that I'm pretty sure you know about. This is called Selma. This was done in 2014. This is a movie of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that comes on Turner Classic Movies at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's called Selma. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It's a good movie, and I think you'll like it. Selma, that's on Turner Classic Movies at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so there you go. You have a lot of those great movies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to even ask you if you like these movies or not. You love these movies, but you want more. Okay, so you get more. Go to Turner Classic Movies, right? Go to the channel, scroll down, go there and check out the program guide. Look, scroll through the program guide. You'll see a lot more great movies that you probably haven't seen in a long time or haven't seen in years, or maybe something jogs your memory and you look at it and say, oh, I like that one. I'm going to watch that one. And if it, and you can watch those movies too. All of the movies I give you, they never overlap each other. So this way you can see everything in its entirety. So there you go. You have those. Now, also, you have cable. You can go on demand, and those networks are there. All of the networks, they're right there. If you missed something in particular, like if you like soap operas, you mix your favorite soap opera, depending on what network is on, you can watch it the following day. It's right there. Sometimes, in some cases, it comes on, it's daytime drama. In some cases, it comes on like late in the evening. And the reruns, and you can watch it just in case you miss it. If you like sports, the same thing. You know, I like wrestling. If I miss a wrestling match, depending on what network it's on, I can always go back and watch it the following day, right on demand. And of course, there's movie on demand. You can check out that. And there's a lot of great movies that you'll enjoy, and movies that date back from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and so on. And I think you'll like it. So you'll watch out for that. That's great. That's great to know. Okay, so let me give you those movies again quickly. I'm going to do it quickly. Real quickly, okay? We'll start off, you have Valley of the Dolls with Barbara Parkins and Patty Duke along with Sharon Tate. That's on Saturday at 2:15 a.m. Okay, these are the Sidney Poitier movies. Heat of the Night with Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger. That comes on Turner Classic Movies Saturday at 8 p.m. You have the Defiant ones. That's at 10 p.m. follows that. Following that will be Edge of the City at 8:15 p.m. No Way Out follows that at 10 a.m. on Sunday, all right? And following that, there's Blackboard Jungle, and that's at 12 noon. To Serve with Love follows that at 2 p.m. Lilies of the Field, that follows that at 4 p.m. Patch of Blue follows that at 6 p.m. And of course, you have Selma, and that's at 8 p.m. With music excerpts about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. All of those great movies. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for being along with it. I got to go. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for the coffee hour. Brian Kemp will be here with the latest developments in today's world of sports, part of the 2020 feature. And he'll be here with sports update. Of course, DJ Pete will be along at 22 the hour with entertainment news. And of course, he'll have that those birthdays, reciting all of those birthdays from all of the people of that day. And he'll be here, you and I. Other than that, I'll be back here next week, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern for more of Talk Back Live. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being along with us. So stay with us. We'll catch you back here next week. Until then, have a great morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a pleasant good night. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.